Okay, so I'm going to show you a few smokes on Mirage. Let's just make sure we've got them. Right, so first smoke, I'm going to start off with the T side. So first smoke is going to be for rushing mid. So what you're going to want to do is get in this little corner here by this door. Get right in there. And then you want to look at this white building here. Look at the corner of this pole sticking out, and then what you want to do is go straight up and get right in line with the tip of this. So you want this to stay right in line with the left hand side of your crosshair, and then you want to go over just a few pixels around the throat, and then hopefully anyone who's pushing in from window here trying to spot you isn't going to be able to see you at all. So you can move right over behind there with no trouble. As you can see, completely yes, that's a good one. Next we'll go over the ones for A site. So first of all, we're going to block off anyone sniping here from CT side. People like to do that a lot. So what you want to do is get into this doorway, go up the ledge, and basically just aim so you're right in the middle of this door. You can aim at the middle of these 3 bars here, get your smoke out, and there's this little pillar here that you can jump on. If you aim for the bottom corner of that lip, put your crosshair right in the middle, and then jump throw, that is going to land right here. And obviously the only way they can see it is if they go through it or get on top, but then if they're up top here, they're a complete open target. So good smoke. Also good smoke if you want to try and get the bomb down and you know someone is coming through CT as well. Okay, so next we're going to want to do a smoke that covers off jungle. You don't want anyone to be sitting back here, or even worse, sitting back here, getting that peek of the sniper coming through Palace. So what we want to do is, if you line yourself up right in the middle of this panel, so obviously you're going to come from T-spawn, jump up here, get right in the middle of this, get your smoke out, and just aim for pretty much the middle of that, and just put your crosshair just over it, and throw it. And then doesn't really matter where you throw it, or where you aim it, just above the wall, but anywhere's good. Anywhere you're pretty much gonna block them off. I mean, they can't really see. They could, yeah. Alright, so next is the smoke here for blocking off stairs. Pretty self-explanatory smoke. It's great in all situations when you're storming A. So what you're going to do is come up here, get to the last of these white panels, get right in the middle of it, and then you're going to want to aim your smoke about here. So I'm not sure if you can see, but right here there's a small circle in the wood, and then right on the edge of that circle there's a little bit where it sort of comes down, sort of right there. You're going to want to aim the sort of indent in your smoke right on the tip of it, right there, and then come down about maybe like 4 or 5 pixels. Just go into that corner and then down a little bit, and then throw, and it will bounce off there. It's pretty exact. There are probably better ways to do this, but this is just the way that I do it. It's a good smoke to know, handy, it's quick. And it works. So if we just put all of these smokes together, if we start off with this one, in fact let's start off with these ones. So we'll just wait for that smoke to go. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to have the entirety of A completely smoked off from the spots where people like to sit and hide. So you're going to keep all of the area, all of the area to work with just in this area here. So the only place you're going to really have to worry about people being is down here or up here. And that's it really. If anyone wants to push you from CT, they're going to have to push into open ground. And if anyone wants to push you from jungle, they're going to have to push right into the site. So...
Smoke! Smoke! Smoke!
So, as you can see, I kind of messed this one up a little bit, but that one varies on where you throw it. But either way, you've kept all of the pressure inside this area here. Every spot smoked off. Give you a few seconds to get in and take the site. Okay, now we're going to do a smoke for window from T spawn. Should smoke it right in the middle. So from spawn, you want to run up here to the windows facing this fence here. You want to get right in the middle of the last window. And then if you turn around, you're going to notice some plants right here, some yellow plants. If you cock your grenade and put your thumb right in the middle of, there's two bars right here, directly beneath the plant, and right on the edge of the plant, if you look down, you've got these two coils. If you put your thumb right in the middle of those coils and then walk towards the fence, and just before we hit the fence, we're going to throw it while we're just normally running.
I'm throwing smoke.
And it will land directly in the middle of the window, completely smoking it off. There is also another smoke for window. If you've done this smoke, you've made it out behind the boxes. You're sniping behind the boxes, and this smoke runs out. But they've got an AWP in the window, and no one's there to back you up, and you're stuck behind these boxes. What do? Well, you get behind here, and you crouch. You aim for the edge of this box right here, and you throw. And that is a smoke for window. You can see there is no... It's just no way you're getting into that smoke without getting completely blinded. So that's a quick way to get out. Just do that one again. So you get into the corner here, you crouch, aim for right on the edge, throw, and there you go. Okay, next smoke is going to be for going for B. It's going to be covering off this section here by the archers, just blocking off anyone who's going to be sitting back here, AWPing or just sitting in this general corner waiting for you guys to come through B. They generally won't be standing here because it's way too open, so you'll see people sitting back here or just waiting in this crevice waiting for you to come out onto the site. So the way we do that is coming through B. There's this door here with the grills. You want to go right up into the middle of it, and then on this little roof here there's these wood panels. You want to aim for the top of the second one and go straight to the left, and literally you're going to leave just a small gap just for the grenade to fly through. Throw it, and if we get down into the position, there we go. It's completely smoked off this pillar. So the only way for them to peek us now is to come way out into the open where we can see their whole body. And more often than not, people are not going to want to do that. So they will probably fall back to here. I'll do it again. So if we go here, aim for the second one, just a tiny bit of space. And there we go. While we're checking out these B smokes, I thought I'd tell you about a flash position that I really like when you're rushing B. It's good for if you're stuck in B apps and you want to get out as well. Let's say for instance you've got that end down there smoked, so you're going to want to try and get out this window or something to get down. Well, how do you do that? well, you're not going to want to jump out there without anything. So what you do is you come right to the corner of these stairs. If you start going up, then you've gone too far. So you just want to get right on the bottom of them. And then on this wood pillar here, there's a small sort of bullet hole right in the middle. Literally aim your crosshair right at that.
Flashback.
Throw your flash. It'll bounce out the window and flash. And there's a few different ways this can happen. One is the way you just saw, where it literally just goes straight out the window and flashes in midair. The second way is
Throwing a flashback.
like that, where it bounces off the window, and anyone who's looking anywhere at these two windows trying to wait for you to come out, or like this, is going to get completely fully flashed. So that's a good one to bear in mind if you're trying to push down onto B. Okay, next smoke is going to be for if you're pushing apps and you know for certain, you know you've been this way a few times, and you know there's going to be someone sitting in the little kitchen area over there, the little marketplace, whatever you want to call it, kitchen or market. And you know someone's going to be sitting there AWPing, waiting for you to come out this corner. You know, you don't really want to waste a smoke just for these windows. Obviously, you know, when you come out, you're going to be completely blind. So how do you stop this guy from seeing up here? Well, it's going to be the same sort of thing that you do for smoking off this section down here. Get in the same sort of position. Instead, you see this pillar here. You've got the lip there and sort of this small lip here. If you just aim for somewhere in the middle, and then you're going to have to go over quite a ways, because there's a hitbox here that's invisible that you might hit. So if you just aim right out in the middle, throw it, and it'll come down here. And as you can see, we're pushing now, completely smoked off, blind. So that's a good one if you can set that up with someone else and queue up these two smokes. You can pretty much guarantee your push onto B. Pretty much only got to worry about the guy sitting at this van here, if he's, you know, if he's sitting up here or something, but that should be too much of an issue. Okay, another smoke. Another smoke you can do if you're pushing through, say you push through B, or you're a CT, more likely, and you're trying to rotate onto A, but you know you can't get down this side because you know they've got people down here. You've heard people pushing, but you want to get at least, you know, onto A site relatively safely. What you're going to want to do is come into CT spawn. Aim right in the middle of this section here, just aim up and then aim at that top wire and just smoke. So if you let that go, we can run up here and it's going to smoke off this position here. Now what I like about this smoke is that it leaves this little gap here, so you have a little space. You know, you've sort of limited the options where they can peek you. Pretty much guarantee if someone is on the site, they're going to be peeking this spot, so you can at least know exactly where to aim. And if I go back and do this again,
Smoke.
let's just sorry, I just want to run through the normal way so you can see. So if that smoke goes out, what we can do, oh okay, I did it a bit wonky, but what we can do is we can, you know, peek round slowly and retake A site, or if you like, you've got that smoke there, now you can get above people. A good little trick for getting into palace quickly from A is jumping onto these two boxes here, and to do that you're going to run along this ledge here, this second ledge, and you're going to jump crouch onto the first one and jump on the second and then into palace. Just a really quick way of getting into palace if you need to get there fast and put pressure on, especially as it will make less noise than going up the ladder, which is going to be really bloody obvious that you're going up there. They may not expect it if they just hear footsteps. Another trick you can do is, let's say for instance we are pushing B from mid. You know, we've either cleared or we've got window completely smoked. and obviously we've got connector smoked, so they can't see us. We've got a few people going around here. If you want to really put pressure on, a good way to do it is if you run at this sign, you can jump on it, jump crouch on it, and then now you can jump into window, and we've completely cut off their way of rotating. Anyone who's A who wants to rotate, seeing as you've got connector smoked off and window, they're gonna have to rotate either all the way back through through T-spawn or come through here. So it's a good way if you want to catch some CTs off guard. You can get some free kills. Just yeah, a really quick way of getting into window. A little trick for B site here, if you're counter-terrorist and you want to watch B, but you don't want to be in one of the conventional positions, is this little spot right here. Barely any people check for it. So what you want to do is, there's a little lip here and here. If you walk up sideways to these boxes, you'll sort of go up a little bit. If you keep going, you'll go up even more. You see, I'm all the way back here, but I am on the lip of this box. Now you can just jump crouch onto the box, and you can see B apps. It's good for a lot of people will stop here to check window, so you can take these people out. Obviously, if you see them rushing, you can just pull back and get into a position back here to take them out behind these crates. So yeah, a good little spot for CT defending. That not many people know about, or not many people will check for, at least anyway.